Only a week left before your birthday at Fredbear's family diner. But the closer that day gets, the sicker you feel. You must once again defend yourself against your traumas, but something even worse is lurking in the shadows. Something very real. Your flashlight will scare them away, but be careful and listen. If something has crept too close, then shining your flashlight in its eyes will be your end. Good luck. USA, 2023. 30 years after Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed its doors, the current owners decided to cash in on the franchise's reputation by creating a horror attraction themed after the restaurant. Fazbear's Fright, a replica of the old Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, meant to revive the decades-old urban legends that surrounded the establishment. You are not only working here to make sure everything is fine as a security guard, but also part of... However, the attraction was lacking in the actual functioning animatronics. That is, until your last week working here.
We're out tracking down a new lead right now. So let me just update you real quick. Then you can get to work. Like the attraction opens in like a week. So we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. When the place opens, people will come in at the opposite end of the building and work their way toward you, then past you and out the exit. Yeah, you've officially become part of the attraction. You'll be starring as
USA, November 8th, 1987. Welcome to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You have been hired by the company as the new security guard to work during nighttime. Your job is to monitor cameras and make sure nothing goes wrong after hours. However, the previous night guard complained about conditions during working hours. Upon arriving, you can feel something is wrong about the place, but you can't really tell what it is. USA, November 8th, 1987.
face during the night and you see them standing at the far end of the hall, just flash your light at them from time to time. Those older models will always get disoriented with bright light. You would call the system restart or something. Come to think of it, you might want to try that on any room where something undesirable might be. It might hold it in place for a few seconds. That glitch might carry over to the newer models too. One more thing, don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet.
Hi.
It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere. I don't think the frame mask will fool it, so just don't forget the music box. Anyway, I'm sure it won't be a problem. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hi. Hi. Hello?
USA, 1983. This time, the terror has followed you home.
Ha 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 ha!